Fellas, welcome to the Fly Zone, where I'm going to be taking you through a journey of how I overcome turbulence, dropped off my baggage, and ultimately got the bag. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe now. Hey, Aviators. It's Ava the Aviator, and this particular video is about the meaning of the song Inside of Me, which I wrote after one of the biggest heartbreaks I ever went through. I say, let me go back. I've been in love before, and the injury of love is like a distant memory to me. Yeah, I've been thinking you out when I'm over you. I realize that is not you I'm missing. It's the thought of being in love that I'm missing. It's been 4 years since I lost. Sometimes it takes a while to get past something, but so I try to analyze the situation. My mind reverts back to a time when love was all good to me, and I want that love thing back. So I said, love still inside of me, love still inside of me, it's still inside of me, love still inside of me. I've come to the realization that you and I will never be, could never be. I've accepted the truth that you and I are over and through. I really deserve love I didn't have with you. It's gonna be with someone else. And y'all, this wasn't even a relationship. This was a situationship. I just want to fall in love again. Oh, will I ever fall in love again? The memories I hold on, the memories of being in love is what I hold on to. Even though I've been so hurt so many times before, I want that love thing back. Baby, our love's still inside me. It's still here. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself that you're still capable of loving, even when your heart's been stomped on. You gotta resuscitate yourself. I don't think that we were even meant to go through the heartbreak as human beings, because literally heartbreak feels like living dust. Side of me. I had to save myself. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to walk away. You can lose yourself. I chose to leave to save myself. Not in love with you, with the memory of being in love with you. Ooh, with you, I'm in love with the memory of being. It's my own fault. I wasted my own time. You told me who you were. People will tell you who they are. I told myself I was over you. I just think back to the love that I'm missing. It's the memory I'm missing, not you. Love still inside of me. Inside. Hey, sing, Ava. You and I went through. I'm not making the same mistakes no more because love. Yo, it was a journey, y'all. Love is guiding me, protecting me. Love. You and other men have hurt me in my past, but I forgive you. I release you. I forgive me. You can't have my mind. You What you put me through didn't shake me. Hey, I still have the capacity to love. I'm still capable of loving. Find it, y'all. Find it in your heart. Start that over so I can talk about it. So, especially in my 20s, like, there's so many people in the world, for whatever reason, it's gotten okay not to love and not to have that innocent love. And it's unfortunate because a lot of time when you're around like 15, 16, 17, that's when you're the most pure, when you're the most open, when you haven't gone through the heartbreaks, you haven't had people misuse your trust, you haven't had people to dog you out, you haven't had people to ghost you yet, you haven't had people to ignore your phone calls, and you're the most pure. And when I think back, I feel like one of the things that we should teach our men and our women is to learn how to evaluate character before giving the most precious thing you have. And I know a lot of people, especially like at church and different organizations, they teach that it is your private parts that are the most sacred thing you have. But I would beg to differ. It's wild because one of the number one diseases in America is heart disease. And millions of people die from heart disease per year. And I think that it's not just our diets, it's not just how we eat or lack of exercise, but it's also that we have gotten away from love. We have gotten away from love. And if you've ever been through a heartbreak, it literally feels like your heart has broken. In like somebody took it and did like this, or like somebody stomped on it, like it feels like death. It's the worst feeling in the world, and it takes a long time to get past it. But one of the things I had to realize is I had to forgive that person. I had to forgive myself for not being aware. Like, I was young, so I didn't understand how to analyze character, how to understand if this is somebody that actually should give my heart to. And I gave my heart to someone before they proved that they were worthy of that gift. And they didn't even ask for it. I just gave it freely because I was young. I didn't know that, people can lie. And I was just naive and just not hip to the ways of the world. And this is even without sex. Like, I was a virgin, so it had nothing to do with sex. It had to do with being that pure person, that innocence that as a teenager or like in your early 20s, 2021, you don't know any of that. Well, at least I know. I'll speak for myself. I didn't know any of that. But I had to go through a journey of learning how to love again and being open to love again, and not to assume that everybody was going to be that person. Now, one thing that is true in the world that I've learned is you do attract who you are at the moment. And I feel like our life is all about growing and learning. And instead of my love coach Jamil, shout out to Jamil, he said that everybody in your life, especially in a relationship arena, is a mirror of you. And look at that person and figure out what is congruent that you even attracted them into your life. What about them is like you? It's like you. And so if they are bringing you a lot of drama, try to figure out where in your life you bring someone else drama. And once I started looking at myself, I realized that I indeed had my own character issues to work out. Once I started working on myself, I was better able to identify good character in other people. And so I don't prescribe to the whole there's no good man. Like, I be meeting a lot of them. I don't date them. I'm taken. But I meet a lot of good people. And I'm like, well, where is this disconnect coming from? How come the good, so-called good people are not meeting the other good people? And so, I don't know, maybe our definition of good is relative. Because for some people, good means you have a job and have a car, and that's good enough. It doesn't matter about your character. It doesn't matter if you use men for money. It doesn't matter if you plant babies everywhere and leave the mothers with the kids and I'm there for my kids. What about the woman? I don't understand why people feel like that sounds like you're doing a good thing if you're only there for the kids, but you couldn't figure out how to have a relationship with the mother. At least a cordial one. But we as a society, we got to figure out how to identify good character in people and identify it also in ourselves. And I feel like then and only then is when we can access love. I think Jamil told me about a quote by Rumi, something about removing the barriers to love, because it's already, love is actually all around us. We just have barriers that prevent us from accessing it. And so, especially as a black woman, my heart goes out because I was done wrong by guys. And then I also had guys that were honest. I just didn't believe them. So women, if they tell you the truth, you have the opportunity to make a decision. Now, if you go through with it, that's on you now. Don't blame him. He was honest. Blame yourself for wanting what you wanted and not wanting to believe what you hear. But then and only then, I feel like we can get back to that 90s R&B love. Like, I was listening to Casey JoJo in the car the other day. He was like, girl, I cried for you. Oh, yeah. We don't be feeling stuff in our gut no more in the songs. Like, what happened to that? Like, what's going on? I feel like when we get that back, then more of us can have that love thing. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid of love because they've been through heartbreak. And it's rare to see people that have found and achieved love that looks like something you want to imitate. But they're out there, so look for them. I was walking down the neighborhood today and saw a couple that was holding hands. They were an older couple, probably in their 50s, and they were just walking holding hands. I was like, oh. But you guys, marriage, I know there's like 50% divorce, and that's not necessarily because marriage is the culprit. It's because people have not developed their character enough to be successful at managing that type of relationship. But marriage can be the most, and is the most beautiful thing that you can ever experience in life. Like, to have somebody there for you. I remember one time I was at a gas station, and I was with my man, and we stopped at the gas station, but the pumps had like the little paper over them, so we had to go to another gas station. And so I'm sitting in the car, my man goes in and gets something to drink. I'm like on my phone, like tweeting or Facebook and whatever. And then all of a sudden my man comes back, and he's like, he got this like energy on him, like this gutter gangster energy. And I was like, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, babe, what's going on? He was like, hold on. He just sat there. And I'm like, okay, what's happening? Like, you want me to leave? Like, something's wrong. He's like, nah, just wait. So he sat there with his gangster testosterone warrior energy. I was like, ooh, I like that. And so I asked him a little bit. He was like, okay, we can leave. And I'm like, well, what was that all about? He was like, when we left the gas station, I saw some men at the gas station. And when we got here, they had followed us from that gas station here. You weren't watching, but when I went to the store, I heard a voice tell me to turn around and go back outside. Like, I'm assuming it was God looking out for me. God literally told him, turn around. He was at the freezer getting his drink. He dropped his drink, went back outside, and saw that those men had followed us. And had he not come outside, he said it looked like their plan was to rob me. And so we need each other, you guys. Like, ladies, you do need a man. You need protection. Yes, you need a provider. You do need someone that's there for you. Men, you need a nurturer. You need a woman that's going to take care of your children. You need someone that's going to hold you. The world is crazy. The world is psycho right now. And to have someone to come home to and lay your head on is priceless. And we need to value that more in society and show that it's possible. And it's the most beautiful thing I have ever experienced. And I hope that everyone gets to experience someone loving you unconditionally and being there for you and saving you and showing up and showing that he will shank you if you mess with my girl Ava. Like, and he ain't have nothing on him, but it was his energy that told these robbers, if you mess with her, it's about to be up. You need somebody that got your back in the world, and especially in this world today. So, if you are still dating and you've been heartbroken, it's good to have counseling with someone who looks like you. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of these people are trying to just push, get this Ritalin or get this drug or what have you. But no, you need somebody who looks like you, one who can relate to you culturally, whatever your culture is, and who can understand your plight, so that you can let go and shed that so that you don't bring it into the next relationship, so that you can experience the bliss and peace and harmony that is possible. And it's possible. All right? So find that love that's still inside of you. All right, you guys? All right. Love you, aviators.